When I say the word marketing, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably something we'd rather avoid. But what if I told you that marketing, at its core, isn't really about annoying you? It's actually the entire strategic game plan for a business. So yeah, let's dive into what that really means. So let's just get right to it. What is marketing, really? I mean, before we get to the official answer, just think about your own definition for a second. What does that word mean to you? Is it that pop-up ad that completely covers the article you're trying to read? Or maybe the salesperson who just will not take no for an answer? Or, that endless river of junk mail that clogs up your inbox and your actual mailbox? Look, those things are definitely part of marketing, but they are absolutely not the whole story. Not even close. To really get it, we've got to zoom out a bit. And the first big idea we really need to wrap our heads around is this. Marketing is not just advertising. Advertising is a tool, a really visible one, but marketing is the entire blueprint. Okay, so here's the classic definition, but let's look at the key words here. Identifying customer needs and satisfying them profitably. You see, it's not about trying to trick people into buying stuff they don't want. It's about figuring out a genuine need and then creating a solution for it in a way the business can actually sustain. It's basically a bridge between the company and you, the customer. And this leads to this huge strategic choice every business has to make. You can be product-oriented, which means you just focus on making a thing and then hope to convince people to buy it. Think Blockbuster, obsessed with renting out physical DVDs. Or you can be customer-oriented. You start by asking what do people actually want, and then you build the solution. That's Netflix, realizing people wanted entertainment on demand, not a plastic disc. You can guess which path most successful modern companies choose. And that brings us right to the first giant problem every marketer has to solve. Who are we even talking to? Because, you can't satisfy a need if you don't even know whose need it is in the first place. Now, this isn't guesswork. It's a really systematic process called market research. Businesses use it to gather up all this data to build a really clear picture of the entire landscape. What the competition's doing, what the market trends are, and most importantly, who the people are who might actually buy their product. So how do they make sense of all that data about us? Well, they group potential customers into what they call segments. They might slice it up by geography, targeting a specific city or region, or by demographics, things like your age, your gender, your income. Or, and this one is incredibly powerful, by psychographics. This is about targeting people based on their values, their lifestyles, their attitudes, like a shared passion for sustainability or a love for outdoor adventure. So once a company understands these different groups, they can pick their strategy. Are they going to go for mass marketing, trying to sell one single product to basically everyone, like the original Coca-Cola? Or are they going to go for niche marketing, creating a super specialized product for a very specific small group, like a company that only makes high-end premium gear for professional cyclists? And you know what? Both of these can be winning strategies. Okay, so you've done your research. You know your audience inside and out. The next big problem is, what are you actually going to offer them? Let's start building that offer by looking at the first two key ingredients. This is where probably the most famous concept in all of marketing comes in, the marketing mix, better known as the 4 Ps. Now, the best way to think about it is like a recipe. You need the right ingredients, product, price, promotion, and place, and you need them in just the right amounts for the whole thing to work. So let's break them down, starting with that first P. The first P is product. Now, products aren't static. They don't just exist. They actually go through a life cycle, kind of like we do. And a company's strategy has to change as its product gets older. So first, you have the introduction, when sales are usually kind of slow and costs are high. Then, hopefully, you hit the growth stage where sales take off. After that comes maturity, which is when sales finally peak, but now all your competitors have caught up. And finally, there's decline, as new technology or changing tastes make the product obsolete. Just think about the incredible rise and fall of the flip phone. All right, next up in our recipe, price. When a business is launching a new product, it faces this really critical choice. And it often boils down to 2 classic but totally opposite strategies. So on one hand, you can use what's called market skimming. Think of the very first iPhone. They launched with a really high price to capture the cream of the market, all those early adopters who will pay just about anything to have the newest thing. Or you can do the exact opposite, penetration pricing. You launch with a really low price to grab as many customers as you can, as fast as you can, basically to shut out the competition before they even get started.
So we have our product and our price. Now let's complete our recipe with the final two P's: promotion and place. This is all about how you actually tell your audience about your amazing offer, and then how you physically get it to them.
The third P, promotion, is what most people think marketing is. You know, the advertising, the sales, the PR. And this chart just brilliantly illustrates how much this has changed. I mean, just look at the explosion in digital ad spending. Why? It's simple. Because that's where our eyeballs are now. So that's where the money goes.
And the final P is place. Now, place isn't just about a physical location. It's the entire distribution channel. It's the whole journey. Does a company sell directly to you from their website? Or does the product go from the manufacturer to a wholesaler, then to a retail store, and then finally to you? Each of those steps has massive implications for the business.
But here's the crucial final step, the most important thing to understand. These 4 Ps aren't a checklist you can just pick from. They're like a combination lock. Each one has to be set perfectly for the others to work, creating one single integrated plan.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? If even one of your 4 Ps is out of sync with the others, the whole strategy can just fall apart. Everything has to be telling the same story. Let's make this really concrete. Imagine a high-priced, super-fast luxury sports car. It's sold in exclusive, fancy showrooms, but it's advertised only on the radio. Can you see the disconnect there? It just feels wrong. Or how about this? A range of low-priced furniture for low-income families, advertised in local papers, but it's only sold online. That could be a huge barrier for that audience. The pieces just don't fit together. So the crucial point is this. Marketing isn't just a list of things to do. It's an integrated system. It's about having the right product at the right price, available in the right place, promoted with the right message, all speaking to the same well-understood customer. When all 4 of those P's align, that's when the magic really happens. And here's the final thought for you. Marketing is literally all around us. So the next time you're just standing in line to buy a coffee, take a second and look around. Ask yourself, what's the product here? How is it priced? Where is this place located? And how did I hear about it? You might be surprised to see just how visible those 4 Ps really are once you start looking for them.